Hello guys, welcome back to Mornings with Granny. Excuse me. Yes, it's the same day, same shirt. I just finished up the spaghetti sauce and the green beans. I did add a little bit more bacon grease to the green beans. I didn't add anything else to the spaghetti sauce. It was fine. But anyway, I've got to use these bananas up. So I printed out a banana nut bread recipe, and this is by Brian Lonergan. Lonergan. I'll try to remember. Let's see if you can see it. Well, where's it at? I lost it again. Right there. I'll try to remember and put it in the description box. But anyway, banana nut bread, pants hangers, skirt hangers, whatever you want to call them, they're good for hanging your recipes up. Usually I have a plastic sleeve, but I went through recipes the other day and filed some away, and I'm out of the plastic sleeves. You know, the like the report covers. But let's see what this has in it. You need one loaf pan. It says 8.5 by 4.5. It says to grease it and set aside. We did that. Preheat oven to 350. We need to do that, so let me put my oven on and start. It says you will need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and you can put a pinch of nutmeg and cinnamon in it if you want to. I don't want to. I don't like that in my banana bread. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not powder, baking soda. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then you mix those together. Now, if you wanted to, you could use self-rising flour, and you could omit the baking soda and the salt. I'm just using the all-purpose flour I had sitting on the counter. And when you measure your flour, remember you're not packing it into the cup. You want to spoon it out of the bag and put it in the cup to level it off. Do not stick the bag down in the cup and then push the side of the bag, pushing it in. You'll have too much flour. Okay, after you whisk those together, it says mash up 3 to 4 bananas, which equals about 1.5 cups. 6 tablespoons of salted butter, melted and slightly cooled. 3/4 cups sugar, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and 1 cup, oh boy, 1 cup of chopped nuts. Alexa off. Now, I'm doing the walnuts, and I took a little bit of flour and tossed on these because I have found that when you're putting like pecans and walnuts into batter, they tend to sink to the bottom, and it seems like coating them with flour prevents that. We shall see. So let's put this up here where we can read it. Okay, I've got my 1.5 cups of flour in here with my baking soda and my salt. Let's see. We're going to mash up bananas now. We've got 4 bananas here, so let's get these mashed up. It's better if you can get everything out and ready. That's why you read your recipe ahead of time. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't use the bruised parts of bananas. A lot of people do. I don't. You can call me wasteful if you want to. It's just the way I am. I'm not eating it bruised like that. I see a lot of people put them in and they're got bad bruises, or they take it. That's one thing I said. I didn't like them out of the freezer because I don't like the color of them. So I know it's being really picky, but we all got our little quirks, don't we? That one's bruised there. So I need to make a banana pudding. Mom asked me about one a while back, and I keep forgetting about it, honestly. And I wouldn't have thought about this if I hadn't been sitting there looking at these bananas starting to turn or get really ripe, as some people would say. Okay, got all the strings, off of there. Let's get this in the trash. Whoops. Let me rinse my hands off real quick. And we're going to mash these up. Banana nut bread is really a simple recipe. Wait a minute, you can't see. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry, I thought you could see. I'm standing there talking, and I thought I had you in the angle you could see. Yeah, banana nut bread is an easy recipe. It doesn't take that much. Basically just mashing up bananas and throwing sugar, eggs, and flour and stuff together. That's pretty much it. Now, you could have made these into muffins if you wanted to. I probably should have done that, but oh well. I've already greased my tin, and that's what we're using. So, this might be a little bit more than 1.5 cups, but it'll be okay. It's all right if you have a little bit extra. All right. That mash, now let's see what it says here. It says put in your melted butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla extract. Okay, we've got 3/4 cup of sugar. It's going in. And we've got, let's put vanilla in. What did I do with it? Oh, I've got some pure vanilla extract, but I couldn't find it, so we're just using the imitation. It'll be all right. 1 teaspoon. Use what you have. That's why I need to clean that spice cabinet out that I haven't cleaned out yet. It's one of those jobs I just keep putting off. And then we're going to pour the melted butter in. Put that over here. I'm going to go ahead and stir that up before I put that egg in there. I did get one cabinet cleaned out that had my Gizmo's food and the extra plastic containers that my daughter had gave me. I did get it cleaned out. And I did finish the shelf in the laundry room, and I tried to take a picture to put on the thumbnail, but every one I took from the angle I could get it cut off the top of it. So I just gave up. All right. Okay. Now we need the egg. Now I cracked that egg into there. It's wiser to crack eggs into a separate bowl in case you get a bad one. Now fortunately, I've never got a bad egg. Don't mean I won't. It's going to be one of those days where I'm using like 6 eggs for something and the last one I crack will be bad or something. But they tell you to crack them separately. All right. We got the flour stuff. It says add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. I probably should have put the bananas and stuff in here, but we'll do it this way. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. With baking goods, usually the less you mix it, the more tender the item is. Especially with cakes, breads, cornmeal. I don't know if I told you guys or not, but my granddaughter-in-law invited me for supper the other night. She was visiting, and she was at my daughter's. And she asked me for supper. Oh my gosh, that child can cook. That was the best fried chicken I ever put in my mouth. She fried chicken, made gravy, mashed potatoes. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans, and she made a devil's food cake and frosting, white frosting for it. That was the best. I told her, my oven's letting me know it's ready. I told her, I said, that is the best fried chicken I have put in my mouth in my entire life. And that cake, oh my gosh, it was so light. I don't know what she did to it, but that was the lightest devil food cake that I've ever had. Usually they're a little bit dense and the frosting is really sweet, but hers wasn't. I told her, I said, man, you need to give me cooking lessons. That was a fantastic meal. And I cleaned my plate. And there's not too many times that I actually clean my plate. I told my son one time when he was little, he said that he wanted to get down to the table. Hold on just a minute. Let me pause you for just a second. Anyway, he said he wanted to get down from the table. And I said, when you empty your plate. He was about 2. So he just picked his plate up, turned it upside down, and said, empty, Mama. And I got so tickled I couldn't punish him for it, so I just let him get out. I didn't say clean the plate, I said empty it, and he did exactly what I told him. He emptied it. All right. You want this mixed up well. And then we're going to put the walnuts in. And I just chop those with my little handy dandy chopper. Like I said, I did coat them with just a little bit of flour. Just fold those in. Those mixed all through the batter. I'm hoping that you're seeing everything. I think I left you out on the part about mashing bananas, but that's all right. You know how to mash bananas. No big deal. All right, let's see. Let me make sure. Let's reread it. Got flour in there. I don't want the nutmeg and cinnamon, baking soda, salt, bananas, butter, sugar, egg, vanilla, and walnuts. That's it. Always double check. Well, put the lid back on. Can you still see? Let's see. Let's see how I can do it. Well, you just gonna have to watch me pour it in this way because I can't do it the other way where you can see it better. All I'm doing is putting it in the loaf pan. I haven't made one of these and I don't know when. Because like I said, by myself, I don't, well, I guess it's probably been since my grandkids were in school. When they were here, they would eat this kind of stuff. But I try not to make it for just me. And my daughter's trying to be really good about not eating this stuff. So, like I said, you can slice it up, wrap it up, put it in the freezer, take a little bit out at a time. But somehow, it seems like it's calling me. That pan, I hope that's the right size, that's what it says. I started to use the 9x4, but it said, or 9x5, but it said 8x4. So, that's what we're using. I hope it's the right one. Okay. All right, let me get my mess out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the oven. Let me move you back here. Let's see. And it's got to cook. Hold on a minute, let me see. It's got to cook for 50 minutes. Put it on top rack in the middle. Alexa, start timer for 50 minutes.
50 minutes, starting now.
I'll probably check it at 40, but we'll see. It's a different recipe. I used to have a banana nut recipe that I used out of the Pillsbury book, but it was about the only recipe I used out of that book, and I got rid of it and forgot to write the recipe down. And that was the only banana nut bread recipe I used, so I got online yesterday and found these, or this one. So, all right. If I don't get a phone call, I'll be back when I take this out, and then I'll come back again when it cools enough to slice it. If I get a phone call, you know I'm using my phone to record, I can't do that because I'll have to take the call. I'll put a picture in the thumbnail, which I plan to do anyway. But I'm just telling you, if this ends abruptly, you'll know I got a phone call and I couldn't continue. That's the only thing about using your phone to record. All right, guys. I'll be back, I hope, in 50 minutes. All right, guys. I just took this out of the oven. And it says you want the toothpick to come out clean. There's a little bit of dampness, but I think that'll be okay. If I cook it anymore, it's going to be overcooked. There's a couple of little spots that are just a little bit wet. But yeah, for the most part, it's okay. Let's see. I don't know if it said to let it sit in the pan or not. Let's see. Do not overbake. Remove from the oven, unmold, and cool completely. All right, let me get another pot holder. All right, let's see how easy this is gonna come out. Get you over here. I've got a rack right here. It says let it cool for 2 hours, so we'll see. Let's see. Come on out of there. Ah, hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Woo! All right. Again, if I don't get a call, no one's loved me this afternoon. I haven't got any calls. We'll be back. It says wait 2 hours, but I'll probably check in about an hour. And it looks good. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells good. But look at that beautiful loaf. I know what I'm going to have with my coffee for breakfast in the morning. That. All right. I'll be back. I hope. All right, guys. It's been an hour. So we're going to check this cake or bread and see how it is. Now, there was a couple of wet spots in there, but now you can see there's none. Like I said, it was just a couple, and I didn't want to leave it in any longer because I was scared that it would overcook. So let's cut it and see what we have here. Still a little bit warm, but let's cut it. The house smells fantastic. There you go. Let me take a little bite and see. I haven't ate my dinner yet, so I don't want to eat very much of this. But looks good. Let me move you back up here. Let's see. That's good. Oh yeah. There you have it. Banana nut bread. Excuse me. I'll try to remember to put the recipe in the description box. If I forget, just all I did was just go on there and type banana nut bread, and I just chose one. That is really, really good, folks. All right. I hope you have a good day. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye.